When you hold my hands, everything becomes possible. When you hold my hands, impossible becomes possible. When you hold my hands, everything becomes possible. When you hold my hands, I agree that when you have an infirmity, the medical approach is to put you under a knife and to carefully walk through your veins and your arteries, cutting out the tumor, cutting out whatever. That is a valid pathway. There are results to show. However, do not forget that the Holy Ghost can also rest upon men and produce the same result. Mary's story is not about giving birth to Jesus. It's about possibilities beyond the realm of science, possibilities beyond the normal course of things. That means whilst you are seated trusting God for a miracle, it is true that you may need 10 million, 15 million for whatever, maybe kidney transplant or whatever. I agree. God gave the doctors the wisdom. However, when you see the Holy Ghost resting on people, make sure you cry that he will come upon you too, because he can make that experience equal to a surgery. Only that this one does not need anesthesia, does not need time. You don't need to be under a knife. God for you. When you hold my hands, everything becomes possible. When you hold my hands, impossible becomes possible. You can get a job, an excellent way of sojourning financially, and receive X amount every month. You can stand with your 2 years' wages, a product of diligence, a product of savings. However, you can stand on this other side because life treated you unfairly, and the God of favor and mercy comes. The Holy Ghost can breathe upon you, and that you will stand with someone and you are still holding 2 years' wages too, except that you don't have a job, except that you are not 2 years. It looks unfair. I'm saying that anything the Holy Ghost does in the life of the saints is correct, even if it does not look unfair. Even if it does not look fair, it is correct. So when you see Mary pregnant and you don't see Joseph, don't criticize her. Find out who else came upon her. When you see a man who may not have the kind of intelligence and yet you see God increasing them, don't just say, how did this happen? When the Holy Ghost comes upon men, the stories can be rewritten. When you see the man at Bethesda rising and it's not the season for the angel to come, don't think it was somewhere. Jesus came. It's not his fault. Jesus came to him. When Jesus comes, he does not wait for seasons. His coming defines your season. Do you believe this? Listen, one of the greatest secrets I have learned about destiny actualization is to receive the strategies that make prophecies come to pass. If the only thing you run with is prophecy, you will be disappointed. God can tell you, I'm going to raise you to be an anointed apostle, a prophet, an intercessor. That is vision, not strategy. If the strategy does not come, you will fail as if God did not speak to you. So Joshua said, come and give us a strategy. And he said, Joshua, I know you worked with Moses for many years. You saw him manifest different strategies. You use any of those strategies for Jericho, you will fail. Here is your strategy. Once every day, go round. Once. And then by the 7th day, gather all the trumpeters and the singers. Go round 7 times.